innover, financer, accompagner. La Caisse d'épargne de Midi-Pyrénées, partenaire des acteurs de l'économie.
Good morning, Tariq Krim.
Good morning.
So you're one of the most famous French web entrepreneur. You're the founder of Netvibes and you're now CEO of Jolycloud. Can you explain what is the additional value of Jolycloud?
So Jolycloud is a cloud platform. It's like an independent cloud platform. You would have like all these big brands, the Google and Apple, or just building for everyone. And we decided to do a smaller product and helping people organize their life online. So your life is in so many different places. You have content on Google, on Facebook, on Microsoft, on Apple, and we're trying to aggregate and unify all your life in one place.
You made a keynote for MTech France about the future of technology. Is the cloud essential in this future, and what will be next in cloud technology?
So the thing about the cloud is that now, I don't know if the cloud is essential, but for sure it's part of our life. I mean, everything we do, anywhere we go, just use our phone, and everything, the data comes from somewhere. And it's already like 5 to 10% of the global energy consumption in the world. So
5 to 10%.
It's a huge impact, and so we need to maintain this. We need to figure out who's going to control it, because the cloud, the cloud is global. So all the laws of countries are different, taxes, issues. So it's going to be it's a huge opportunity, but also completely challenging the world as it is.
It's a massive issue because privacy is also important for the cloud, and
so that's going to be the biggest question of our generation is the data we're providing all the time. The phone is basically an antenna. It's just constantly getting the data out of me. Who's using them for what purpose, and how does this data that I give away
and how can we control that?
How do we control that is going to be a question, because the user should be in control. I personally believe that's why I built Jolycloud. So you're in control of your data. We give you access to your data, and we don't interfere with your data. But some companies are using this for advertising. Some of them are even trying to understand who you are, so they can change who you are. You know, you can anticipate now with the big data. It gives the power of anticipation, and so a lot of questions. It's a huge debate.
But if you start to grow, you are not afraid of being, I don't know, contacted by Google or big companies to take your company and to make it profitable for marketing or for other things.
So we took a different stance. I mean, the previous company I had, Netvibes, was quite big. This one I wanted to do something different, smaller, more niche. And with a subscription model, basically you pay and we take care. You basically have a team that I hired to help you organize your life online, but we don't try to mess with your stuff. I mean, when the product is free and advertised, supported, then people are basically messing up with your stuff at some point. And so the vision we're trying to do is really to be independent. It's like, you know, you have wine, you're like a small vineyard, and you're trying to do a quality product or like an independent movie via a big blockbuster. I'm trying, for Jolycloud is really like a boutique platform. Okay.
In your keynote, you seemed pretty skeptical about the way we use technology currently, and why is that?
I mean, the way we pitch technology is about all the benefits, how good it's going to be to the world. And there's a lot of good. But there's a lot of risk and a lot of bad, and I think we don't take that in consideration, because when we see the state of the world, I mean, dominated with people who are basically anti-science movement have never been that strong. I mean, you can see that in the Middle East, but you saw it in the US as well, where people reject the future and say, we don't want that future. We don't want to be digitized. We don't want to give away our life, physical life, to the computer.
And we can understand that.
And it's completely understandable. So. We, at least people who are designing these things, needs to think about the social good as well and the long-term impact. And if we don't do that, then we basically have learned nothing. It's like the atom bomb. Back in the days, the atom bomb was, the atom would actually bring a lot of good in our life, but also a lot of dangers. And there were people to say, well, we have to, and AI and robotic and all these things will have the similar, like, you know, two-face.
Yeah.
One is very positive and one is very, I would say, difficult to apprehend yet.
A lot of people say that it's difficult to be an entrepreneur in France, especially. What is your opinion about that? Do you think it's easy to be an entrepreneur in France today, or there are a lot of difficulties to?
So I think it's much easier now because I think startups are everybody wants to be in a way now an entrepreneur. I think it's a great thing because a lot of people have an entrepreneurial spirit. I think you have different type of startups. You have startup really about a business idea, and you have startup about the tech idea. And I think, and that's what I've been advocating for years, I did a report for Fleur Pellerin about it, was we need to promote tech. We have great tech coming out of university or schools here, and we need to let them build software, hardware, things like that. I know here in Toulouse is actually a big hub for that. But we need to improve and make sure that these people can actually have a global impact and not only stay local. And because one of the main problems we have as an entrepreneur is that we might sometimes be too French when basically the end game is to go after the whole world.
And how can we do that? How can we go from technology to global market and global solutions for people?
So I think, first we need also to bring in France talent from all over the world. Like Silicon Valley has brought like so many French, German to there. We need to do the same thing. We need to be able to bring, and people love the lifestyle here in Europe, and we need to tell them you're welcome to come and help us. But also we need funding at a later stage where we can actually scale and be big. We started seeing now with companies like BlaBlaCar, like now getting a scale where they can really have an impact. But it's just the beginning, but it's getting there.
Do you think that conferences like MTech France can have an impact on European and French ecosystem?
I think so. I mean, MTech is a huge conference. I've always been a big fan in the US, promoting not only technology but science. It's in between. And here they're trying to do the same thing. And I think it's important by scientists, pure scientists, and people working in tech and in business talk to each other. I mean, it's about networking. This is how the ideas, the new companies come in, and I think they're doing a great job at this.
Yeah, it can make ideas grow up and.
Absolutely.
Okay, thank you, Tariq.
Thank you so much.
Bye.
Innover, financer, accompagner. La Caisse d'épargne de Midi-Pyrénées, partenaire des acteurs de l'économie.